So how has the Black Night Market been?
Black Night Market has been amazing. It has been amazing. It has been an eye-opening experience. I love the environment. I love the vibes, you know. It's just us being Black, us being love, and I genuinely love that. I love that we all kind of have like this connection, you know, and it's definitely has been created over time. But even from the first Black Night Market, you know, it was all positive vibes. You would find a vendor helping another vendor set up, you know, like just different stuff. And it just feels familiar. It feels like we're family. So, yeah.
Feels like home.
Yeah, it does. I love it.
It's awesome.
I love it.
When did you first start off with the market?
I started off the second Black Night Market, but I did show up to the first Black Night Market just as like support for Mari, you know. But even from the second Black Night Market, it was a hit, you know. Like every market so far has been a hit, and even on the slow days, you know, like it's still it's still a lot of people that come to, you know, show their support and love. So it's either a small crowd or it's either a big crowd or a gigantic crowd. You know, it's always going to be lit. So yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And what kind of impact do you think this would have had on your younger years when you were a teenager?
Definitely inspiration, you know, like this has always been me, you know, being spiritual, but it's like sometimes people just need a little guidance, you know, and as long as you're doing what you're doing, and I feel like sometimes when we're younger, we feel like we have to be a cop or we have to be a firefighter or we have to be, you know, someone sitting at a desk, when the truth of the matter is we just have to be ourselves, you know. And I feel like Black Night Market definitely will shed a lot of light, you know, on the younger generation when it comes to genuinely following their dreams, you know, not following the school system dreams, not following someone else's dream, their mentor's dream, but truly following their dream and who they are. So I think that it would create a lot of inspiration with the younger generation.
And just to touch on that a little bit, I think it's so fascinating to see the number of people that are there from all types of different walks of life with all different types of businesses.
Yeah.
So there's always something that you can benefit from or a community where you will fit in.
Yeah.
You know, you will find your people.
Yeah.
It might take you 30 years old, but hey, you'll get there.
Yeah.
You know? And I found that at the Black Night Market.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So that's been a joy.
Ashe. Ashe.
What did you say?
Ashe.
Ashe, what is that?
Ashe. So Ashe, that it's kind of like, you know, how people say amen and stuff, but Ashe is the original. So it basically means so it be. So you're basically speaking it into existence.
Ashe.
Yeah. So when I hear someone say something, you know, positive or, you know, it's just Ashe because that was meant to happen. So it be. And so it continue to be. I hope that continues for you. So yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
So where did you learn that?
I learned that in the 365 Days of Hoodoo by Stephanie Rose, but I learned a little bit more about it in that book, but I've also always heard, you know, Ashe, and I've also said it myself, you know, from time to time, but I never really knew the depth. So it's basically a Yoruba, it stems from the Yoruba language. Yeah. So
Yoruba?
Yoruba, yeah, from Africa.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I want to know where I can. I want to adopt this.
Yes, definitely adopt Ashe.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, what are some aspects that you love about the Black Night Market?
I just love that it's Black people. I love that it's African Americans, but not also just African Americans, you know, people of color, you know, indigenous people. I love that it gives us a space to ultimately feel comfortable to be ourselves and, you know, not have to put on a face to fit in or not have to, you know, hold back or what's the word? Code switch, you know, so we just it's just us being ourselves. So I really like that.
Love it. What has the Black Knight market done for you?
It's helped us with exposing us to the community, getting clients, promoting in person, and also promoting on social media.
Awesome. This is a random question. You can say pass or maybe talk about it. Do you think Black people are cursed?
Yes and no. So I think that Black people have a lot of power to them. Like, we hold a lot of power in our DNA and also in our spirit, you know? And with that being said, I feel like, because we were stolen, you know, a part of us were stolen from the mainland, you know? So that really put a big damper, not really a damper, but it really changed our lifestyle, you know. In Africa, it changed Africa, but also changed us too, you know. And slavery definitely kind of manipulated us into being something that we're not, you know. Slavery has us worshiping a white god, you know, worshiping from a book that was also being read scriptures from while we were being whipped, you know, like lots of different stuff that just kind of doesn't really make sense, you know. Even the fact that Yeshua Rapha, Jesus was, you know, a man with locks, a man with skin that was like copper, you know, hair like wool. And it's kind of interesting that Black people still to this day will read that and not really correlate with, well, something isn't right here. Or a lot of other scriptures, you know, like there's a high priestess actually that has in the Bible, he has 12 gemstones. It's a breastplate of 12 gemstones. And that basically was to symbolize the 12 tribes in Africa. And each gemstone was supposed to represent, you know, each tribe or the Garden of Eden. The first page in the Bible talks about how there's the Pishon River in the Garden Eden. And in that river, you'll find gold and black onyx, you know, like there's a lot of stuff in the Bible that kind of you'll read and it's like they kind of keep reading, but then we don't really make sense of it. And it's kind of like, you know, they'll tell you crystals are evil in the Bible, but then they also tell you that there was crystals in the Garden of Eden, but then they'll tell you, I was in this Uber ride actually like 2 weeks ago, and I was having a really good conversation with this man, amazing conversation about God. And then out of nowhere, he just starts saying, that's why I don't need, you know, to get my cards read or anything, or I don't, you know, do that tarot stuff. All that woo woo stuff is just, you know, all unnecessary. And in my head, I don't ever disrespect anyone's beliefs, but in my head, I was like, that's kind of interesting because we're holding a discussion about God, but a lot of people don't even remember that Jesus went to an oracle, you know, before he was crucified. Yeshua Rapha literally went to go get insight on his life from an oracle, you know. So sometimes you got to get your cards read. Sometimes you need some clarity because, you know, we can pray and pray and pray and pray, but until you actually do the work, you're not going to manifest anything, you know. Like God can sit here and watch you ask him time after time for, you know, better finances, and you walk away and you want to go blow your finances, you know. Like at the end of the day, you have to be mindful. You have to manifest. You have to save. You have to also speak high vibrations that you are financially successful, you know. Sometimes it's okay to do manifestation work, you know, where root work, where you want to burn some herbs or, you know, write a letter to your ancestors saying thank you for, you know, even the finances that I do have, you know, and I ask for more guidance with my finances. So, you know, sometimes you have to do work and not just simple work, you know. Sometimes you really have to go above and beyond. And God gave us all these tools, you know. He gave us this power, you know, to use. So I think we definitely have the right to use that. So yeah. So I think Black people have that power, and we have the potential to be amazing. We already are amazing, you know? But there has been a lot of outside factors that have kind of deterred us off of our path and what we're even capable of doing. So.
Where do you think someone should start on their spiritual journey?
That's a good question, honestly, because it's different for everyone, you know? I would say find what speaks to them the most, you know? So find what speaks to you the most. And once you feel comfortable and you feel grounded in that, run with that, because that is where your spirit is going to reside the most in, you know, and vibrate the most in. So, you know, if meditating doesn't work for you, but yoga does, definitely go with yoga. If crystals work more than yoga and meditation, definitely go with crystals. If all three works, hey, you know, do a little trio of all three in the morning or something. But definitely look at all the different options that you have when it comes to healing spiritually, and just find which one speaks to you the most. So, yeah.
Awesome. Do you have anything that you would like to say to the people?
I would just say overall, just know yourself, know who you are, and be true to who you are. You know, never question the person that you are, because you are filled with light and you are filled with energy, and you can do anything that you want to do. So,
yeah. Thingsforthespirit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming to the studio.
Yes, thank you.